So please welcome Mr. Rick Morton.
What's up, y'all? Come on, baby, sing to me. You know you want to sing. Ready? Let's do it. Love you. Go big or go home, right? Welcome, Olympic Trojans. I am so excited to be here with you. And thanks for that warm welcome. And yes, I will always love you. Always. You know, I get asked often, what does a class ring stand for? It's a symbol. It's a symbol. You know, if you didn't know me, but you saw this ring on that finger, you know something about me, right? I happen to be married to my high school sweetheart for 34 years. We met on the swim team, and I'm the luckiest man in the world. See, this reminds me, it's a symbol of that initial promise I made. It reminds me of the incredible memories, the good times and the bad times. But this symbolizes that for me every day, and it's a great reminder of that treasured time in my life. There's some other symbols you guys might recognize, like, have you ever seen the Vietnam Memorial? It's a symbol. It's the way we honor and respect those who gave their lives for our country. It symbolizes their sacrifice. Another symbol you might be familiar with is the Statue of Liberty. If you ever get a chance to go there, you gotta listen to the recordings. The recordings of the immigrants when they first stepped on American soil and what they must have felt seeing that, symbolizing the freedom from tyranny. Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. During the passing of the guards, it's quiet. You hear nothing. It's who we are. It's the way we honor those who we don't even know. Some of you might not remember this because it's happened so long ago, but 2 decades ago, a couple buildings were torn down in New York City because of an ideology. But 2 days later, the most amazing symbol was raised at ground zero, symbolizing our country's resilience and our grit and our nonstop, we will continue. Symbols are powerful. Your symbols are powerful. I love Olympic Trojan symbols. I believe in your colors, your blue and silver, what your Trojan stands for, family, courage, and faithfulness. Everything about you here at Olympic High School. I love how you celebrate each other and how you include all walks of life. Symbols at this school are so powerful. Now, some might say that your class ring is not unlike these symbols that I just talked about, except for one thing, and I want you to get this. The most important thing is they symbolize you. The ring is about your story, your experiences, your life, everything about who you are. That's the whole idea. So today, we're going to talk about that. Let's get started. What do you stand for? What is your life experiences all about? What is your story? The one thing that I love about this world is that not one of us is different than the other. We're all different. We all have different paths. And I want to ask you a question. What do you think of when you see these rings? Some people think about the bling, right? I mean, they're beautiful, and I'm so proud. We have the honor of making more Pro Champ rings than any other company in the world. But a lot of times when I look at these, it's really about the blood, sweat, and tears, the practice, the hard work, the epic fails, the epic wins, and it's all about that incredible season. These guys experienced an incredible event together, a shared dramatic moment. And for you, the most important thing, it's about the way you share experiences. The class ring is an opportunity to tell your story, your shared experience, and your time together here at Olympic High School. So I'm Rick Morton, and I love doing what I do because I feel like I get to help students tell their stories in a beautiful, timeless treasure. Sometimes these rings are passed down generation to generation. It's something for a lifetime. It's not something that's just in your pocket for a couple years. It's something that's with you for a lifetime. And I'm excited to be with you today. But we do have to get a little business first. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. Get your phones out, please. Get your phones out. And I want you to open up your camera, and I want you to go ahead and hit this QR code. Right now, go ahead. So we have created a Olympic ring portal just for you. And this is your spot. This is the class of 23 ring portal. The first thing I want you to click on is the guy with the megaphone. And it's a 30-second survey. It's going to capture some information from you so I can keep you informed of the important times and events that we're going to be doing here at Olympic High School. So take 30 seconds and fill that out for me. And the first few people, if you get done with that, would you please hold up your phone once you're done?
A few days before he turned 80,
keep it up.
he was sitting out back in a rocker. He said, "What you been
So
up
those
to
of you who are done with the survey, I'm going to have your principal, Mr. Depp, throw out some awesome ring pops. So Mr. Depp, would you do me a favor? Let's give your principal a hand as he walks out. We're going to be throwing out some ring pops. Well done, well done.
Rossi, you need one. Neil, you need one. Yeah, you need one right there. I can throw it that far, Bernie. Sorry. Thank you. You guys interacting over here? There you go.
Send your prayers up and your roots down.
Thanks, Mr. Morton.
Wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations. Okay, so it looks like there's a student out there named Chris Curtis. Where you at, Chris Curtis? Where you at? Oh, there he is. Let's give a hand to your man, Chris Curtis. So those of you who are wondering, he's been with Jostens for 21 years. His favorite flavor is cherry. And get this, his favorite band are the Eagles. Come on, that's awesome. Yeah, let's give him one, man. That's right. All right, who else we got here? Oh, look at this. Oh, good. Hopefully it hits you.
And then he laid it
Scott Pennington, where you at? Scott Pennington, where's your hand? I want to see you. All right, let's give a hand for Scott Pennington. So he has been with Jostens, get this, 32 years. Congratulations. His favorite flavor is watermelon. Yum. And your favorite band, does this surprise anybody? Pearl Jam. Well done. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. Now, throughout the meeting, we're going to end up going back to this portal because we want for you to have one place to go for everything we're going to ask you to interact with today. Now, if that portal goes away, I will show this QR code again later so you can get back to it. All right, so let's have fun. Let's get started. What I want you to do over this next 30-second video is I'd like you to raise your hand if you see something that you're involved with here at Olympic High School. Activity, sports, doesn't matter. And if you are involved with more than one thing, then raise both your hands. And please keep them up throughout the 30-second video. Ready? Here we go. Get those hands up. I see them coming up. Oh, we're getting most of you. We're getting most of you. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are part of the class of 23 for Olympic High School, raise your hands up. If your hands are up, guess what? We have a ring for you. Check it out. Oh, so many choices, over 900 designs and 86 ring choices combined to be literally an endless possibility of designs. And I will say this, it is super easy to design a ring. There's just 4 decisions that you need to make. The first decision is your ring style. So what's your style? Are you into the modern, the elegant, the classic, the antique, the traditional? What is your style? Take a look.
Come on, come on.
So many incredible options. Now, Rick, I'm not into rings. We got you. We have clasp tags, bracelets, and lockets too. We got it all. So the second decision you need to make is your stone. Now that's an important one. Why? Because that's the first thing people see when they see your ring is a stone. Now, students choose their birthstone. Some of them choose their school stone. Some people like something a little bit more stylish, something classic. Jostens has so many choices for you. Even when you choose your stone color, you can even choose the way that we cut that stone, which changes the look of the stone and the ring. So that's the second decision you need to make. Next, choosing the metal. Now, this literally dramatically impacts the style of your ring, whether it's gold, silver, or if it's, we even have some really cool metals that we've come up with the last few years called cast metals. So of course we have the yellow and golds, but we also have shadow cast, which is our black finish. We have our fire cast, which is incredible. We even have a ring that's forged iron. I mean, just saying that, I feel tougher. Feels like you're gonna be driving a 4-wheel drive that's unstoppable. So many wonderful choices. And then the last is finishes. What are those fine touches? Like, what are you gonna engrave on the inside? Are you gonna put the antique finish on for that classic finish so you can see the design? Or are you gonna go satin so it's subtle and elegant? And I tell you what, if you choose a band ring, Jostens is always listening and coming out with new stuff. So if you choose a band ring and you love color, you'll love this. Right on. Okay, so now, Rick, hey, how do I design my ring? You got me a little interested, so I want you to get your phones out again. Now, if you can't go back to your portal, if you can't get back to your portal, you can scan this code. It'll take you right back to your portal. And then from there, you can actually choose and start designing your ring right now. Now, I'm okay that you guys are the ultimate multitaskers, and you can go ahead and do this while you're listening, but it is awesome because you can see your design before we make it in Denton, Texas. We're gonna actually show you an image of what you create with all of your story in there. So it's the best way to design it. But here's what I want to do. I want to show you 4 students who put some thought into their designs and what they came up with. So let's take a look at that as you're looking at your design.
All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. Oh, no, we run the show. Let's get started, come on, lose control. Got to let
stuff. So what's your story? So here's one of the questions you're probably going to get, perhaps from your mom or dad, is, honey, you tend to lose things. What happens if you lose it? Well, Jostens will replace that ring for a small deductible within the first 4 years. You can even extend that to 10 years for just another $20. Not only that, but this ring is guaranteed for the life of the ring. Not your lifetime, but the life of the ring. And again, we do that because this tends to be a treasure that's passed down. The other day, I had a student come up, she had her grandmother's ring, and it wasn't fitting her perfect. So I said, would you like me to resize it? She said, I would love that. She was kind of nervous giving it to me because it was such a precious part of her story, and her grandmother had given it. And so we resized it, we even put a new stone in, we re-antiqued it, made it look perfect. When she got it, she was absolutely blown away. Even if you need to change your ring, let's say this year you're in an activity and you want to change next year, we'll remake that ring one time at no charge to you. In fact, a couple years ago, I had a student at Clover Park High School, one of the schools we work with. He comes up to me and says, hey, Rick, is there any way that I can change the number on my football jersey from a 10 to a 12? And I said, of course, but tell me why. So, well, last week I went to my coach and I asked my coach if I could wear my brother's football jersey. See, his brother had played 4 years prior, but now he was fighting in Afghanistan in the 81st Airborne. So he wanted to honor his brother by wearing his brother's football jersey. And so he's asking me to change his ring. And of course, the coach said yes. And we said yes. So now on the side of his ring is a football with a number 12. We're gonna take care of you for the life of the ring. Another question your mom and dad are probably gonna talk about is, how do we pay for this? Now, I will say this, rings aren't necessarily inexpensive, but I think you guys understand the value. This is something that I think is worth it. How many of you have a cell phone in your pockets? How many have ever had to replace that cell phone because it either was outdated? So a cell phone most likely will cost twice as much of a ring, and you're gonna be replacing that every couple years. This is something you'll have one time for the rest of your life. And to make it even easier, we could even split up the payments over 4 months. So make sure to share that with your folks. Now, here's the thing I want to say too, and I'm serious about this. So I've been doing this for about 20 years, and my desire is that if you talk to your family and you decide you want a ring, but you've looked at the prices and you've looked at the payment plans and you're still not sure how you're gonna afford that ring, would you come see me on Tuesday? Would you come talk to me? Because we'll find a way. We will figure out a way to put a beautiful, timeless ring on your finger. I'm a local business guy, I'm right here in your community, and I want you to have this incredible legacy item, and I want you to participate in this tradition, all right? The other reason I want you to see me on Tuesday, though, I mean, you're gonna be able to order online, so if you wanna go ahead and design your ring online, you can order it online, or you can come see me on Tuesday if you like my help. Either way is fine. But either way, I want you to come see me. And the reason is because I have a gift for you. When you order your class ring, I'm gonna give you a ring. Now your class ring, it is yours. It's unique, it's custom, and it's so beautiful. This ring, it's not custom, but it's just as powerful because there's so many stories behind this ring. You see, there's two reasons why I do this. One, it's a practical reason. It gets you used to wearing a class ring. It's gonna fit you perfect, just like any other class ring. It'll get you used to it, especially if you don't wear class rings or have had worn class rings in the past. And in about 6 weeks, your custom ring is gonna come in. And a tradition that schools and students started years ago, which is why I love to support this, is that you give this ring to somebody who inspires you or somebody close to you or somebody in your life. For me, it would have been Mrs. Core. When I was a junior in high school, I made some pretty bad decisions, and I'm not gonna go into those, but if you wanna come up and ask privately, I'd be happy to share. But my swim coach was also my math teacher. And one day she told me before swim practice, Rick, you're off the team. And I was devastated, because those are my friends. And I was devastated not only because I let the coach down, but my grades got so bad that I was actually not qualified, and I let my team down. She came over to me afterwards, she said, Rick, what's gotten into you? This is not you. And I told her what was going on. She goes, Rick, we're gonna help you. And so for the next 4 weeks, she got with all my teachers, and within the next grading period, my grades were back over qualified to swim again. If it wasn't for Mrs. Core, I don't think I'd be standing here with you today. I don't think I'd be here. So maybe there's somebody in your life that's helped you at a time in your life where you needed somebody to believe in you, somebody to help you. And that might be an awesome opportunity to give back. So some of us might need some help from mom and dad. And so what I want to do is go back to your portal. I'm going to give you a way to connect and start the conversation with your mom or dad. So when you go back to that portal, if you click this image, it'll bring up a text message. This just says, hey, Mom, I'd love to talk to you about my class ring. So I want you to go ahead and do that right now. Send that text, and as soon as you send that text to Mom or Dad, would you please hold up your phone again? And Mr. Depp, would you mind throwing out some more ring pops if we get some hands up? So once you've sent that text, go ahead and hold up your hand, and let's start giving out some ring pops. Man, again, once again, let's give your principal a hand. He's just helping us out.
Curtis.
Woo! Come on.
I can't get it to you, man. No,
You might need to go out. You might need, here, let me.
Oh, sorry. Here.
All right, who's got their hand up in the back?
We're fumbling.
Yeah, somebody in the back. There we go. You got it right here? Ready? Boom! I got you. Right on. Awesome. Well, they don't fly. They're just not aerodynamic. So, who did I miss over here? Who did I miss?
Got her.
Who did I miss? There we go. Ready? Oh, no, I went way too far. Awesome. So once you get that text, hopefully she'll respond and say, you got it, we'll talk about it. Okay, if you have earned your letter for athletics, for music, or anything else, you can also go to the same jostens.com, your website, and order your letter jacket. There's a link right on your portal, so if you want to start designing your letter jacket right away, it's an incredible quality jacket where you can customize it as well with your story. Getting close to the end, we're coming in for a landing. This is the fun part. I'd love for you to follow us on Instagram. All year long, we're gonna have some fun, relevant content. Even going into your senior year, we wanna celebrate you. We want you to tag us. We'll shout out. This is a time to celebrate the successes of each other. So go ahead and follow us on Instagram. It'll be fun. You'll be part of the community of all the juniors and seniors throughout the country. And I want to close with this. Nothing gives me more joy than to be able to think about the people in my life that have helped me to get to where I am. So the last request, and this is just optional, you don't have to do this, but it would sure make somebody's day if you did. If you go back to your portal and click on the Express Gratitude, it's going to bring up another text message. Send it to somebody who has helped you in your life. Not only will it bring a smile and joy to your heart when you express that, but I guarantee the person who receives that text. Now, if you want to use the words that's in there, great. Go ahead and send it. But if you want to craft it something more special or unique or specific, by all means, go ahead and craft that. And again, this will take you right back to your portal. 720 days is the number of days between orientation and graduation. And I want to remind you, you are vital. You are significant. And you are important. Your school needs you, your friends need you, your family needs you. And this experience we're having together, called the high school experience, wouldn't be the same if it wasn't for you. And I mean you, and yes, even you. So I want you to be able to have the opportunity to take this whole experience and perhaps put it on your hand, just like I did. 1988, go Kearney Comets. The place I met my wife, the place that I made the best friends in the world, got to participate in water polo and swimming and auto mechanics. This will always be with me. So guys, I want to say thank you. Have an incredible day. And let's go, Trojans. Take care. Thanks, Mr. Principal.
Great job.
So come and light me up.